Okay, well, welcome to our latest segment of our video newsletter, our video updating service here at Unity. And we're almost in March, we're almost in spring, and we have some new upcoming activities. Particularly, we're going to start with talking about Maggie Whitehouse's workshop, Saturday workshop, online, with a curious title. It's called Original Blessings, which kind of mystified me, and then I realized what it did mean, but over to you to tell me exactly what it means.
Oh, Maggie is amazing because she has so much understanding about scripture from the Hebrew perspective as well as the Christian perspective. So she associates herself with being a Franciscan, and their idea is that we are not born in original sin. We are an original blessing as part of the creation story in Genesis. So she is going to be really exploring that idea of being an original blessing, which is so in tune with how Unity thinks and believes and practices, that the divine is within, therefore we can only be a blessing, rather than this idea of being born in original sin and having to make up for the mistakes all our lives. She's very inspirational, she's very knowledgeable, she makes things fun, there's always lots of meditations. So her workshop is open, people can book their place by calling in the system on the computer, online or to the office, and we will take bookings.
Yeah, she was a comedian at one time, or maybe she still is a comedian. So she's very lively.
Yes.
And very engaging.
Yes, and she knows her stuff. Yes.
Excellent, and that's sort of bringing people together to think about very important ideas. And it's this idea of bringing us together. Of course, with the online ministry that is now very much in progress, we do spend a lot of time together on the Daily Word service every day, and at our noon service and at our monthly services. But soon we start our retreat program, and that's a kind of another level, because of course now we're talking about face-to-face, not just online contact, but face-to-face, and not just face-to-face. Retreats are a very special experience, aren't they?
We really create an energy force when we're together, and when everyone comes together with that like-minded idea of connecting to something that's greater than ourselves, that we are part of. We all do that very consciously when we're on retreat, and so by gathering together, that energy really builds from the Friday to the Sunday. So that is a much more of an experience of connecting, of making friends, of building community. And we need that so much in this day and age, a sense of somebody on the same path as us, somebody on the same wavelength as we are. And so the retreats really develop that experience, and people become friends for life through our retreats. So yes, we're taking bookings now. Actually, they're not till July and October, so they're a while away, but now is the time to book your place, to secure your room. We only have so many rooms available that we can use. So the sooner you book it, the sooner you know your place is confirmed.
And a nice setting, usually. Where are they?
They're always retreat centres. So they're always a place of prayer in the first place. I don't believe in going to conference centres or anything like that. But the energy is, we are held in that energy of prayer. So July it's Pershore in Worcestershire, which is a beautiful place, very quiet, and there's a beautiful chapel that we use there. Lovely grounds to walk around.
It's a river.
And the River Avon's at the bottom, yes indeed. So we've been there many, many years. So we're going there in July, and in October we're going back to St Columba's House in Woking. We've not been there for a while. Easy access from London. Again, it's they hold the energy there. It's very much prayer based. There's chapels and an environment that it just enables us to feel safe and secure, to really be with each other, to be with God, to be with ourselves, and let that energy flow.
And the themes for these?
I've got a little book. Moving Through Change is the one in Pershore,
right?
Because that feels like there's so much change going on, there's so much happening. How do we stay grounded and connected in doing that? So that's the one in July, and it's all about prosperity. There is enough in October when we go to St Columba's in Woking. So Moving Through Change and prosperity, there is enough.
And I can say I've been, I suppose 4 or 5 times, not a huge number of times, the retreats, and I can say they are an amazing experience. There's something about spending time, not just time in talks and meditations, but just eating with people and just sitting, having cups of coffee over a weekend, you know, a continuous length of time.
Yeah.
And it creates a very special feeling, which I have to say I haven't experienced anywhere else. And so I personally do highly recommend it. And I think other people, well, I've talked to other people, I think it's not just my experience, everyone has that feeling of real upliftment through the weekend. It kind of builds.
It does, it really does. You can feel the energy. We're all sort of a bit new and nervous around each other on the Friday evening, and I have, you know, what am I going to say to these people? I don't know, but come the end, you can't stop anybody talking. It's just like a real connection. Yeah.
Good. Well, that's covered the ground, I think.
Yeah.
So it's time to say goodbye, I think.
Thank you,
Kimberly.
Steve.
Thank you, Kimberly. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone.